Hello everyone, and welcome back for another episode of 1 Hour of Power! That's right. Now, let's just see if you can guess what our theme is today. See if you can even guess what we might be talking about today. What story from Jesus' life might we even be trying to talk about? Feel free to make your guesses below, and we are going to get started with a couple songs today. All right, so our first song is one that we do at camp a lot. It's called Every Day, and there are some actions to it, so please repeat after me.
After me.
Every day.
Every day.
It's you I live for.
It's you I live for.
Every day.
Every day.
I'll follow after you.
I'll follow after you.
Every day.
Every day.
I'll walk with you, my Lord.
I'll walk with you, my Lord.
That's right. That's the chorus. So when we get there, I want you to sing really loud. If you don't know all the words to the verses, no problem. Just jump in at the chorus, jump around, and sing nice and loud. Start off with what to say. What to say, Lord, it's you who gave me life, and I can't explain just how much you mean to me now that you have saved me, Lord. I give all that I am to you, that every day I may be a light that shines your name. Here we go, every day.
3, 4. Every day.
It's you I live for. Every day I'll follow after you. Every day I'll walk with you, my Lord. Every day I'll learn to stand up on your word, and I pray that I might come to know you more, that you will guide me every single step I take, that every day I would be a light unto the world.
1, 2, 3, 4. Every day.
It's you I live for. Every day I'll follow after you. Every day I'll walk with you, my Lord. It's you I live for. It's you I live for every day. It's on the It's you I live for every day. Keep going. It's you I live for every day. That's right. Now we're gonna bring it back up. Here we go. It's you I live for every day. It's you I live for every day. It's you I live for every day. 1, 2, 3, 4. Every day. It's you I live for every day. I'll follow after you every day. I'll walk with you, my Lord. One more time. Every day. It's you I live for every day. I'll follow after you every day. I'll walk with you, my Lord. Woo! All right. Well, if you haven't yet guessed what our theme is today, we are dressed up in all kinds of boating stuff and swimming stuff and fishing stuff. That's right. Because today we're going to be talking about Jesus calling the disciples. And for the first 4 disciples he called, they were fishing. And he said, "Come follow me and I will make you fishers of men." Or, "Come follow me and I'll teach you to fish for people." So we're going to be talking about what that means a little bit more today. And we're going to sing one more song that's all about that. It's called Fishers of Men. So repeat after me.
After me.
I will make you fishers of men.
I will make you fishers of men.
Fishers of men. Fishers of men.
Fishers of men.
Fishers of men.
I will make you fishers of men.
I will make you fishers of men.
If you follow me.
If you follow me.
And then you sing, if you follow me, a bunch of times.
And then you
Sing
sing,
if you follow me a bunch of
You got it. You got
got
it.
it.
Here we go. I will make you fishers of men. Fishers of men. Fishers of men. I will make you fishers of men. If you follow me. If you follow me. If you follow me. I will make you fishers of men. If you follow me. Okay, sing it again now. I will make you fishers of men. Fishers of men. Fishers of men. I will make you fishers of men. If you follow me. If you follow me. If you follow me. I will make you fishers of men. If you follow me. Alright, now here's what I want you to do. I want you, during this next time we sing it, to don't worry about the actions, just swim around like a fish. Maybe you can make your best fish face, or you want to do fins, or you want to pretend to be a shark or a whale or something, and just swim around your living room or wherever you're watching this, and sing this last time with us. Here we go, swim around. I will make you fishers of men, fishers of men, fishers of men. I will make you fishers of men if you follow me. If you follow me. If you follow me. I will make you fishers of men if you follow me. Woo! All right, nice job. Well, we have another Bible story for you today. So, we're going to have a little story time with Dan. We'll see if I can read this through my fogging goggles. All right. It says, 2 brothers, Peter and Andrew, washed their fishing nets. Jesus got into Peter's boat. Go out to deep water, Jesus said. Put your nets into the water so you can catch some fish. Teacher, said Peter, we fished all night. We could not catch any fish. But Peter obeyed Jesus and put the nets in the water. Suddenly, the nets began to break. They were full of fish. Come and help us, called Peter and Andrew to James and John in another boat. So soon, both boats were so full of fish, they began to sink. Wow! Then Peter knew that Jesus was from God. Don't be afraid, said Jesus. Follow me. From now on, you will catch people, not fish. Peter and Andrew left everything and followed Jesus. So did James and John. And later, Jesus also called Philip, Bartholomew, Matthew, Thomas, another James, Thaddeus, Simon the Zealot, and Judas to be with him on his team of 12. That's it for now for the Bible story, but we have another skit.
Whoop, whoop, skit. Whoop, whoop, skit. Whoop, whoop, skit. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
It's time for the Noon O'Clock News. I'm your anchor, Oswald the Enswald. And here we have, yet again, our segment of Eyewitness, where we try and interview people, where we ask people to come into the studios and we interview them so that we can get first-hand accounts, eyewitnesses of the life, the death, the resurrection of Jesus the Christ. So, yesterday we had a talking donkey come into our studios, and today we have somebody who lived, breathed, and walked with Jesus for almost their adult life. For a long time. Please welcome Andrew the disciple.
Hi Hi, Oswald. It's great to be here with you.
Okay, so Friday we had a shepherd who saw and was told about the birth of Jesus. Yesterday we had a donkey that rode Jesus into Jerusalem. But you actually spent a lot of time with Jesus as an adult during his adult ministry. Tell us more.
That's right. I was one of Jesus' closest companions and friends. There were a lot of us who followed Jesus, but there were 12 of us that he called his disciples. We were completely committed to being with Jesus, learning from him, and doing things for him. We spent lots of time walking from town to town, and during this time, he taught us many things that the crowds didn't always get to hear.
Oh, so does that mean, do you know any special, mysterious, secret teachings that Jesus shared with you? Any juicy piece of information that the rest of us should hear?
Actually, no. There wasn't anything secret or mysterious about Jesus' teaching. In fact, most people trying to be famous would make up a bunch of new ideas, but Jesus continued to share from the scripture as they were written. And our scriptures then, you call the Old Testament today, the Psalms, Proverbs, books of the prophets, history, and most of all the Torah. Jesus' teachings made those scriptures come alive in a way they never had before. But you can read about many of the things Jesus taught about today in the New Testament in your Bibles, especially in the books of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, which are the stories about Jesus when he was on earth.
So, you got to hear a lot of his teachings firsthand, right there. But you also got to get a close-up visual visual witness to his miracles. I can't even imagine witnessing Jesus calming a storm or casting out evil spirits from within people's bodies. Which miracle was the most amazing?
Honestly, they all were amazing. Jesus demonstrated that he had power over sickness, power over nature, and even power over spiritual forces. But rather than just getting people to like him in order to be famous, Jesus wanted people to believe in him. All of his miracles were to help people see that he really was the Son of God, the Messiah, and that he was one with God the Father. He also wanted people to know that God cared about them.
Wow, I never thought of it like that. I mean, today someone might do cool stuff and post it online and get lots of likes on Facebook, or they might do it and try and get a lot of views or subscribers on YouTube, but Jesus just did it because he loved them, and he wanted to show people, that they could believe in him.
Exactly. He even told many people who were healed that their faith has made them well. It was no magic trick or special chanting. People trusted in Jesus and were saved. That's what he wanted for everyone.
Wow. Okay, so I have one more burning question, and I hope you're not offended. But how did Jesus choose his disciples? I mean, there must have been some sort of test or performance review. I'm assuming you were like the best in religious school and all, right? Basically, like, why you or anyone?
Honestly, Oswald, this is a question I ask myself every day I walk with him. You see, my brother, Simon Peter, and I, along with James and John, were just plain old fishermen. That was a really common job, especially for people who didn't do that well in religious school. Lots of other rabbis were calling people to follow them too, and they choose the smartest and most religious people. But we were just by our boats one day when Jesus called out and said, "Come, follow me. I will teach you to fish for people." And that was it. He chose us, and we just said yes and left everything that day.
That's it. No prep work of any kind? Just like that?
Not really, except that the four of us had known each other a long time, and each of us was eagerly waiting for the Messiah. We knew that God was going to send someone who would lead us to a more intimate relationship with him. Everything we had seen and heard from John the Baptist and Jesus up to that point made me think that he was the one. So when he said, "Follow me," there was no question in my mind. I didn't have anything special about me. I simply believed. I hope that is encouraging for everyone. You may not feel super religious or super smart or super talented, but Jesus still wants you to follow him and serve him.
Wow, that's pretty powerful stuff, Andrew. Well, thank you so much for your encouraging words that we are all invited to follow Jesus and love Jesus in our faith. Well, that's all the time we got for today's segment of Eyewitness. Join us tomorrow again at the noon o'clock news for Eyewitness, where we'll have another guest to talk about their first-hand experience of Jesus Christ. I'm your host, Oswald Denswald, and this definitely ended well. See you tomorrow.
Did you know that the Sea of Galilee is actually a lake? And it's not very big. It's only about 13 miles long. Crazy!
All right, so for today's fun shake break, there's this nice, fun, cool game we like to play here at camp called Choose Thine Option. Now, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna turn around and I'll have an option in my mind. Now, it'll either be a buoy, a dancer, or a ninja. All right, so when I turn around, I'm gonna have one of those three in my mind, and you guys are gonna guess which one you think it will be. All right, and if you match me, then you win. If you don't, then normally we'd sit down. But you're just gonna guess or try to come up with how many times you can copy me, you can match me in a row. All right, we're gonna do 10 of these, okay? So first one, choose thine option. Oots, 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 oots. That's a dancer.
I was
All right.
doing my ninja dance. So it's
All right, round two.
Yeah! That's one.
All right, number three. Here we go. Choose thine option.
Yeah!
killing. We're getting booed twice in a row. That was tricky.
Number four. Hi, Evan. All right, choose thine option.
Yes, ninja. Everybody was kung fu fighting.
All right, number five. Choose thine option. That's not the actual thing, but we're gonna go with oots, 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 oots. All right, number six.
These musical sound effects are incredible. Where are they coming from?
Number seven.
Yes!
Boo.
That's four.
All right. Number eight. Choose thine option.
One more.
All right. Number nine.
Oh,
Number nine.
Oh.
All right, last one, number 10. Choose blind option.
Ooh, he always wins.
Ba-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da.
Yeah!
All right, now to work your funny bone is my friend Evan.
Hey guys, how's it going? So, it's time for that Hall of Humor again. I know, you're all looking forward to it. I sure is. Anyway, how did the Pharaoh's daughter acquire or gain a good financial bonus? How did she gain a little bit of wealth? She saw a little prophet in the river, in the Nile. Get it? Because the Pharaoh's daughter grabbed Moses from the Nile, and he's a little prophet.
No, that was good.
All right, well, today is Tuesday, which means it's Tie-Dye Tuesday. And we're not actually going to do tie-dye because you need a lot of stuff for that. But we are going to teach you about a really cool craft option you could do at home that will help you remember our story about Jesus calling us fishers of people. So what you need to do is to find some kind of a stick in your yard or your area. And you can really use anything that you want, but a stick looks really cool. Then you're going to take string and attach it to the stick in a few different places, and then you can make your own fish out of paper. You can cut it out, or you can make it out of cardboard from your recycling and paint it if you want to. Some people even make it out of clay, but I don't know that everyone has clay and a kiln in their home. So you can make fish and make them hang down, and you can even hang this on your wall or somewhere around to remind you that Jesus calls us to be fishers of people. And there's a link to a photo of what I'm talking about in the description of today's thing. So there's something you can do today for Tie-Dye Tuesday. And now with the game of the day, breathe!
All right, our game of the day today is a nature scavenger hunt. So that's gonna be in the description of this video. There's a little scavenger hunt thing. You can print it off, just check it off however you want to do it. Go outside, it's absolutely beautiful here. Almost like 70 degrees. That's unheard of. And spend some time outside and do your scavenger hunt. Back to Dan.
All right. Well, that is coming to the end of our time together. So just a reminder, there are some conversation starter questions in the description to help you think a little bit more about Jesus calling the disciples and being fishers for people. Remind you can do the Tie-Dye Tuesday craft with the Fish Mobile. You can play the game of the day, answer the conversation starters. You can even rewatch the puppet show if you want to later, or the songs that you can do as well. So those are some things you can do to fill the rest of your hour of power. Remember to like our Facebook page and subscribe to our YouTube channel to be able to see more of these. And if you're watching later, all of our archived episodes are on our YouTube channel, so you can go back and watch any of them that you missed. Well, that's all we have for today. Thanks for joining us for one more 1 hour of power! Okay, I'll end the video now. Yeah, ending. I don't know why my voice got deep suddenly. Okay.
Can you do the little suctiony thing?
Yeah, okay, this is a bonus for the YouTube video. Ready? They're literally suctioning my eyeballs out of my sockets. Oh.